Hey Ruchi, hi Ruchira.
Hi.
Thanks for bringing me on. How are you doing, Ruchira? Ruchi, sorry.
Ruchi, Ruchira, same,
I'm
same.
also doing all right.
Thank you, Ruchira. It's so wonderful to be. I've been listening to the call while I've been doing some work, but I've been listening to the call and I heard a few instances and a few things, and I thought it's great that I share my feedback about taking sessions with you. So here's the thing. I'm going to go back a couple of years actually, and there was this call on one of our tele summits with Birinder Luwalia, and Birinder came up with a strength analysis assessment report. I don't know if people heard me on that report. I mentioned some stuff, some really personal stuff that I'd been going through as a child. And while that report told me what the impact of the incidents were in childhood, it didn't really help me solve the problem, okay, deal with the problem. And then earlier this year, I signed up for a few sessions with Ruchi, and long overdue, but I did sign up for some sessions with Ruchi, and then I took some time to get on those sessions. But here's the thing, okay, I was dealing with an issue for 40 years, and this issue was related to summarize it in one phrase, I'm not enough or I'm not good enough. Okay, that kind of an issue. And that had severe impact on relationships, some very close relationships. It had severe impact on my life, on my work life, and everything that I would do. So I would work doubly hard and, still not get as much as I think I would deserve. But I would just keep working hard because that constant feeling or emotion of I'm not good enough stayed with me for 40 years. I'm in my mid 40s now. And I did this session with Ruchi, and frankly, it never felt like a session. It was just like a conversation that you have with a friend. I think we spoke for about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And you know what? It just disappeared. It dissolved. And when I say it dissolved in the sense that we went through a process. So this was a conversation, but it was so light and it was a fun conversation. I think we were laughing through it while we were also discussing what I'd gone through. I told her what I had been through and what I was dealing with. And it just never felt like I was in a therapy session. And at the end of those 25, 30 minutes, there was immense gratitude for what had happened many years ago. There was this experience of that dealing with the inner child. I'm not an expert on all these terms, so I may use different phrases that may not be absolutely accurate. But I was able to go and visit myself when I was younger and that incident happened. Right, so I could go and talk to that person, to that child, which is me, and have a wonderful chat with him. I had spent a few minutes with him, and we not only were able to deal with that issue, but like I said, there was immense gratitude and there was forgiveness for that incident and the people involved. And I think that's a very I'm getting goosebumps now. It's a very liberating, very powerful place to be in. I suddenly feel so free, right? 40 years of being captive with that emotion. And in 30 minutes of 25, 30 minutes of a session, you feel real freedom. You feel how wonderful it is to just be yourself and not to be pressurized by some incident that has happened to you ages and ages back. So my experience with immersive therapy has been absolutely awesome. In fact, that's not the only session I've had with Ruchi. I've had one more session with Ruchi, which is like, wow, why did I think of that? Because Ruchi comes with tremendous experience and compassion and understanding and maturity that she brings to what she does. And so I've dealt with some other things, and it was just such an eye-opener. There's just one simple statement that Ruchi made. We were talking about something that I wanted to work on, and she made just one really simple, sweet statement. You can't imagine how quickly everything dissolves. It's like the clouds go away and there's sunshine and everything clears up. It's beautiful. I love working with Ruchi on immersive therapy. In fact, I have another session with her that I'm going to schedule.
Yes.
So I am going to schedule one more session, but I just love doing this work. And whoever's dealing with issues that you've not been able to work on, I would highly recommend getting in touch with Ruchi, because she's gentle, she's very powerful. It's so simple, and it's like a loving conversation with a friend that you had. I've known Ruchi for 2-3 years, but my love and respect for her in the last 6 months since I've done this session has just multiplied, because I'm amazed at how beautifully she handles these situations. She's a wonderful soul. You love working with her.
That's so sweet, Amrish. That was a real amazing surprise. Thank you for that coming on board and talking.
Pleasure, Ruchi. Thank you.
Thanks, Amrish.